I'll make a couple more remarks after that, and then we'll open it up to Q&A. And this day is completely centered on Noah Vonleh, and he's earned it. Noah has earned in a period of his life. I think it became very clear to everybody that had a chance to, maybe I'm speaking on behalf of all the other people that recruited him or been involved in his life. I know I'm speaking on behalf of us. It became really clear. When we started recruiting, we were recruiting somebody unique, not just because of his size, not just because of his abilities, not just because of his athleticism. Those things are obvious, all right? The talent in him, the skill level, it was there. There's no question that it has grown in the pace that he's been on with that here. But more importantly with that, it didn't take long to see his personality, didn't take long to see his character, didn't take very long at all to see his work ethic. And for someone his age, you know, much like we've had with other guys that we've been up here with, that were 20 and 21 last year and we did that, those things all really, really translate. They translate into how good you are on the court, they translate into how good you are as a teammate, they translate into how coachable you are, they translate into your upside. And Noah, if you were taking a definition of upside, you could easily put his picture next to that definition because he has it. But it's more than that. There's a tremendous amount of substance to what Noah does. And that, I think, is why he was probably attracted to this program from the beginning, why we were attracted to him, because there is a lot of substance in this program. There's a lot of, it's been forever with the tradition of it. But we also have a program where people are going to continually get better, and the pace that they're developed at and the pace that they work at have to go hand in hand. Well, we've put our time into helping him become better, but he has worked as hard or harder than anybody's worked with him. He has got an uncommon work ethic for his age. And I'll give you one example. I've never coached a freshman as an assistant coach or head coach in the time that I've coached that dives into the film and studies film like he does. And not just the film that we watch as a group, but the film that he watches. It took Victor basically his junior year before he really got that down and transferred that into a big part of how we learned and a big part of how we played. Noah started to do that this year. So, again, it's his day. We're extremely proud of him. And I'm going to turn it over to Noah.
I just want to thank God for having me here today to announce that I'll be going to take my talents to the NBA. I want to thank the whole NBA staff, Coach Crean, Coach McLean, Coach Buckley, Coach Johnson, and Coach Jackson for all helping me get to where I'm at. Coach Crean just pushing me hard every day on the court and off the court to be a better person, be a better player, and just taking my game to different levels. And I want to thank Coach Jackson for pushing me in the weight room, helping me put on a lot of weight, so I was able to go out there this year and play against some of the top big guys in the country and showcase my skills. I want to thank Marty Mooney for keep staying on top of me, pushing me to be determined and finish my work and be on top of everything in school. And
tell me how close you're going to be, where you'll be to graduation at the end of the semester.
At the end of the semester, I'll be 43% done with my degree and be ready to graduate. So I want to thank her a lot for pushing me to get to that point. Starting last May when I came up here, I just came in with the right mindset and wanted to complete all my work, and she helped me out a lot and motivated me to get to this point. And I want to thank my mom, my AAU coach Vin, my high school coach Pete Hutchins, my other high school coach Mike Travato for all pushing me and helping me get to this point.
Some of those guys that you had even back before then in Massachusetts, right? It's good to throw their names out there.
I want to thank some of my AAU coaches like Barry Spears, who helped me start AAU basketball in like the 5th grade and helped me get a passion for basketball. And that's about it. It's guys like Scott Hazelton who mentored me and helped me build a love for the game of basketball and just keep getting better.
See, that's important because First off, I mean, when you talk about his mother, we've always tried to do this. We try to recruit certain characteristics. You try to recruit year-round winners, but when you can recruit a family more than just a player, you know you have a real opportunity to have some great things, and that's exactly what you get with Noah and his mom Renelle. I mean, they are as close as you can be, and the respect level is so high, and even though she didn't get to see him every night in person, knowing that we had somebody that was raised by her has been phenomenal. And again, you don't get this passion and drive and this uncommon work ethic without a lot of people in your life along the way, the coaching side of it, which he's had, going all the way back, like he said, to the 5th grade. His AU coach, Ben Pastore, did a tremendous job with him and had an interest in him long before it was really clear that he was going to be a great player. Certainly his coach at New Hampton, Pete Hutchins, did a phenomenal job with him in our estimation. And that's what you get, because you want that. And as happy as we are for him, and as much as you'd like to spend more time with him, because he's such a good person, and he's got such a good work ethic, and he's grown so much here, the bottom line is he's had a dream. And Indiana is in a place, he chose Indiana to be the place to help him get to that dream. I think the pace that he worked at, and the pace that he played at, and the pace that he developed at speaks a lot about everybody here in Indiana, but it speaks a lot about what he's capable of. And it speaks a lot about his teammates. And been a phenomenal teammate here. And I think he's built some lasting, I'd say some lasting lifelong relationships potentially here with these guys, especially the guys in his class. But you can get your dreams accomplished here, and that's a big thing. I mean, he's going to stay in this line of lottery picks now that we've had over the last, based on the projections, which, you okay? That's not good. Workman's comp back there. But bottom line is, this program was able to help him get that process sped up. We're proud of him. He's got an unlimited future because of his potential, because of his character, because of his work ethic, the talent's there, the weight and strength that he's put on in a short period of time. I mean, think about it. 5 weeks ago, give or take, he was the leading three-point shooter in the league. And with the way he's developed his shooting, the way he's developed his defensive abilities, to be able to guard numerous people, to get in switch situations, to be able to guard guards. His rebounding speaks for itself. Freshman of the year in the league, leading rebounder in the league, third leading offensive rebounder, first leading defensive rebounder. His shooting percentages, his free throw percentages, we mentioned the three-point percentage, all those things are really, really strong. So we're proud that he chose us to come in here and help realize his potential. And now it's going to be fun to watch him continue to grow, develop, and let the next coach at the next level and that coaching staff take the next step with his potential. All remembering that he's basically 18 and a half years of age and could easily be a senior in high school. So we're proud of him, and he has cemented himself in here in the Hoosier tradition, because he's come in here and he's done a fantastic job. He's touched a lot of lives in a short period of time, and he is always going to have a home here. There's no doubt about that. So.
Okay, we want to open it up for questions for Coach or Noah about today's decision. Just raise your hand, Pete.
Yeah, I guess, Noah, just how difficult a decision was this? Maybe what people you talked to, or what factored into making this decision?
It was a pretty difficult decision, but ever since I was a little kid, I always had a dream of playing in the NBA. So I said, why not go for it? I went home, I talked to my mom. She's like, if that's what you want to do. We sat down and talked for a while. She's like, if that's what you want to do, it's always been a dream of yours, why not go for it? So I just stuck with my heart and went with it. And I talked to a few other people. So I talked to my AU coach, Ben Pastore. I talked to Coach Crean. I talked to Scott Hazelton and a few other people, and I thought that was the best decision.
And what we did during spring break time is we did the research, like we've done for others, and went straight to the decision makers, not the opinion givers, and which is so easily sometimes to get caught up in that and get caught up in what you read or what somebody is projecting him to be. The projections were never the question, and the projections have come back from the NBA at an extremely high level. I mean, it just came back today. I haven't even been able to talk to him about that. It was never about his projections or where he might be drafted. It was about what do they see? What can his contributions be? And there's no question that from the decision makers, they see all that we see. They see the development, they see a young man, and when they get to know his work ethic and his desire to be great, and what kind of person he is, he's going to have the same attachment to his coaches that he had here, and same thing with his teammates. And he's got a chance because of his abilities and his skill levels and his desire to get better at the things he's got to get better at. He'll flourish, and I think that the next level sees that. And I don't think there'll be any doubt that'll happen.
Rich?
No, what did you hear? What did you find out that told you now, this year, was the time to go to the NBA?
Like Coach Crean said, we got the information from the teams and we got the feedback from what they said, and I just felt like I'd be ready to go, and it's always been in my mind to play in the NBA, so the chance was there, and I just went with it.
Is that based upon some confidence on where you might be drafted? Is that a pretty decent consideration?
I heard I'll be somewhere in the lottery, but that's unknown. I got to go into the workouts and showcase my skills and hopefully end up where I want to be.
Yeah, hey, Tom, on that, or do you become a facilitator in terms of, do you give your suggestion, I think you should stay or go? Do you just provide the information?
No. I mean, you can't have a truth-based relationship if you don't tell them the truth. And you tell them what you see, but you also, again, you work very hard to not have people get caught up in the opinion giving, because everybody's got one. I mean, it's the way that it is, and all you have to do is pick up a .com or see some scouting analyst. And what I try to get across to these guys is the people that are making decisions aren't talking to those people, because they're not going to be quoted, and they're not talking. The unnamed sources are usually not going to be the GMs or the directors of scouting and things like that. And you have to have an ability to get to those people, and I think we do, and we have. And I think there's a respect level for this program that in the way that they get better, so they can project them. I mean, I think that was certainly the case with Victor to a degree last year, and with Cody. But the bottom line is the projections are high no matter who's looking at them. It was really based on what we go and contribute, because he needs to play. He absolutely needs to play. So the bottom line is this: Indiana. I mean, you've got every country represented here. You got the third largest alumni base. People come here to realize their dreams. They come here to build on their goals, and where everybody has something in common. Nobody comes here. Nobody goes to a university like Indiana just to get by, and you know what, I really don't want to do anything. I guess occasionally somebody might, but they figure it out a couple years later when their parents can't pay for them any longer. Noah's realizing his dreams 1 year in. And you come, and think about what he said now. I mean, and last year we had Victor graduating on his 21st birthday, graduating in 3 years. Cody left, he would have graduated in December this year. So he would have graduated in 2.5 years. And this young guy who's in college a year earlier than most everybody else that he's gone to school with during his life is going to be 43% of the way there. Okay? In the summer it would have been even that much higher. And I know that's important to his mother and to him, and we got to keep it important to him to get that someday. But here's the point. He did a phenomenal job. Grade point, class attendance, the way he's handled his tutoring, the mentoring, everything that goes on there, what he's done in his classes. It's phenomenal. He's on a great track. So facilitating is pretty simple, and they don't ever stop being. You don't ever stop telling them the truth. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. Dwayne Wade came here almost 2 years ago. You don't ever stop telling them the truth, and they didn't even play here. And you always tell them the truth, but you always support them in every way. And I think that's exactly what we have. And the truth is that he's got tremendous potential to go and do what he wants to do. No question about it.
Seth?
No, Coach Crean talks about obviously some of the things you excelled at this season. I mean, what do you feel like you have proved? You talked a little bit about kind of proving yourself through workouts and things like that. What do you feel like you have proved? What do you feel like you need to improve on, just kind of as you go through this process in the next few months?
I think I proved that I got a pretty good skill set. I could step out, shoot threes. My post game's gotten a lot better. Still work in progress. I can still improve on it. I can still improve on a lot of things. Get my shot, my release quicker, ball handling a lot better, being able to push the dribble out and do different things like that, just to make myself an overall better player.
Larry?
No, you had a year here, what's the biggest memories you'll take away from your time here?
I'm gonna miss being in the gym with the team, guys like Troy, Stan, Yogi, Connor, just always being in the gym with those guys, just getting better, working on different things to help our team be better. I'm gonna miss that a lot. I'm gonna miss playing in Assembly Hall in front of all those fans. Just being coached by Coach Crean. He pushed me hard every day, and I'm gonna miss being in the weight room with Coach Jackson and different things like that.
No, I guess at what point in this year did you start to realize that this was something that could happen this fast?
I really started to realize it like towards the end of the season. A lot of people were like, oh, he could possibly leave after this year, but I tried not to pay too much attention to that. And then when the season was over, talked to a few people and saw where they could see me going, and then I thought it was the right time to go.
Anything else for these guys?
I guess for you and both, just because you've been through it with so many players before, what's next? I guess obviously finishing out the semester, but from the draft side, kind of what's next for you, Noah, and how much is Indiana involved?
I've been working out a lot this week.
Still trying to let his foot heal up a little bit and get that recovery in.
Yeah, I've been getting treatment, trying to get my foot right. It's feeling a lot better. I've been resting it, so I'm back on the court doing some shooting, some stationary shooting, some ball handling drills and different things like that, and keeping my conditioning up with riding the bike and doing Stairmaster and things like that. And I'm gonna start doing individuals with the team and just doing some conditioning and stuff when my foot feels 100%. And I'm gonna probably sign an agent in the next couple of weeks. So that's about it. Just keep on training with Seth Cooper, one of the managers. He's real good. I like working with him, and work out with some of the guys here like Troy, Stan, Devin, Yogi, Hunter. Just keep getting better.
And the process will be, we'll continue to work hard so he continues to finish what he started academically. Leaves nothing on the table there, and he's got all the benefits of whatever he needs in the sense of continuing to get his foot where it's 100%. And there's really not much he can do right now in the line of the next level as far as doing things with that process, because it's much too early for that process to totally start with the teams. But he'll be well prepared for it, and all he's got to do is keep doing what he's done since he got here, was get better every day. And he literally came in the first day that he was here and started in the gym, came back to the gym that night, and has never stopped. It's amazing how that works. Victor Oladipo did the same thing. I mean, it's amazing how that works. The guys that come in, Cody grew to absolutely love doing extra things. You know, was such a talented player, and realized that he could get so much better because of that talent. And now he's on the way to being in the playoffs. So our team is working at a great rate right now. We've had 6 individuals. We'll have our 7th tomorrow. We've had, I think, 8 weight workouts, and we're well underway in our off-season program. The spirits are excellent, and the work ethic is excellent. And now Noah gets to participate in that as we go and get ready for his next step too, just like the team is.
Rich?
Tom, obviously Noah's departure is a unique situation. You've also had some transfers. How concerned are you about the gap that you have in your program?
Not concerned at all. Not concerned one bit. You're always going to miss Noah because even he's such but we're working just like you work at your job to be the best you can be. It's exactly what we're doing here. And there's a lot of things that go on that you're building towards and that you're working at in recruiting, and it's not always public, and that's the way that it is. But I mean, we have great confidence in what we're doing, great confidence in the guys that are here. We'll miss our seniors. We'll miss him. I mean, come on. I mean, but you know what? I mean, this is a place where dreams can be fulfilled, and I know that sounds kind of trite, but it's true. And that's exactly what we're doing. And anybody that would look at it differently is selfish. And it's certainly from a selfish standpoint, love to have him back. But selfish is not how you get to this point. You know, being truthful, helping them get better, and being there every step of the way with them is how you get to this point. And that's what we're going to continue to do in recruiting. We're excited about the guys that are coming in. And we're excited about the prospects of what could potentially happen for us in recruiting, and absolutely love the way the guys are working here. And so there's no long faces anywhere, and that's no offense to anybody. There's no long faces. I mean, we're good. We're working at a very good rate.
Okay. Again, want to thank you guys for coming. I've got a fat card back there with Nate to make sure you pick up. Coach, Noah, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys down the road.
Noah, can I ask you, do you have an agent yet?
No.
Is he going to do his stand-ups?
Nobody's asked, so.
All right.
All right,
Good deal.
thanks.